My girlfriend's currently non-existent, quite like Ryan's.
God damn, I was about to... No, I was gonna say it first, you cocksucker!
Wow!
You stole my joke and then you turned it against me!
Internet, good morning. My name is Pokemon Trainer Steve, aka Magnitude. Welcome to another Pokemon Sun and Moon Wi-Fi battle. I need two things from you guys. One, be sure to answer the question of the day. I love discussion. I love seeing comments pop up on my videos while I'm out and about. And of course, please leave a like if you enjoy this video. I'm shooting for 100 likes on all of my Wi-Fi battles. We've been getting there a lot, and it means so much to me. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas Eve. This is the last time I see you before Christmas. But anyway, let's get to the battle. It's against a great friend of mine, Nick, aka SuuperBlah. His link's in the description. Be sure to check out his channel below. He makes a lot of great stuff. So my team here is Alolan, Raticate, Palossand, Pheromosa, Tapu, Fini, Tapu, Koko, and Golisopod. My opponent has Araquanid, Wishy-Washy, Magirna, Salazzle, Hariyama, and Tapu Bulu. Tapu Bulu just fucking kills everything. So I noticed right away he doesn't actually have any hazard setters, and then as you know, I don't actually have any hazard setters on this team either, because you notice my team, if you watch my videos enough, you'll notice there's a squad I've been bringing for my rated Wi-Fi battle series. And we just decided to throw it all together for one actual team on Wi-Fi. He leads with Wishy-Washy, I lead with Alolan, Raticate. And I figured, fuck it, we got a choice scarf. We could switcheroo him and maybe get his life orb back. Or there's also a distinct possibility that we could just get hit with a crunch, do a lot of damage, and finally get Raticate some love. But I go for option 3, which is go for U-turn. I get a crit!
That was easy.
Yeah, turn 1 crit, baby. Our fortunes are looking good. We go to Tapu Fini. I figure he also just might want to U-turn on me anyway, but I'd rather at least get the Misty Surge up. That way I can't be statused. But he is going to go for that U-turn, and that's okay. It does not a lot of damage to me. In fact, only 15, and after my leftover, it's going to be like he never actually attacked me at all. But he's got Tapu Bulu, which is like the counter for Tapu Fini. Or not the counter, it's a very good switch-in check off this. It just threatens Tapu Fini out ridiculously, and but now with the grassy terrain and with all the leftovers, I'm back at max HP. But that does not bode well for me. I don't like playing in my opponent's field power bonus. You know, I'd rather play in the field that my Pokemon actually set up themselves. It's more comfortable. We go to Pheromosa mostly to die. Pheromosa has about 7 defense points. And Tapu Bulu is... Now, luckily, I was in defensive mode, so I lose no life points from that exchange, but I still lose one of my most important monsters, and we can't let that happen. But it was tactical because the Woodhammer did a shitload of damage to himself, and we get to go into Golisopod and threaten him out immediately with a first impression. I know he doesn't want to take that. He is just going to flat out switch. He wants to save his Tapu Bulu, and I don't blame him, and he goes right into his Golisopod. No, sorry, I have Golisopod. I'm just so fixated on saying Golisopod. He goes into his Wishy-Washy. Now, if I Leech Lifed here, that would have been great, but I just go with first impression, and it's going to do a solid amount of damage to him, except he gets the Citrus Berry, and now he's back, still in schooling form, and still a fucking threat. I don't like that. And he gets the health from the grassy terrain, and now we're sitting in a place I don't like being. It's not a position that I enjoy. I go for Leech Life to just hopefully get this thing into its fish fucking terrible form. And he does U-turn, so when he comes back in, he's not going to be school form, which is fantastic news. That's just not a thing he can do. But he goes into Tarantula, which is his Araquanid. Now, guys, I don't want to say the upcoming sequence would only be made better if at the beginning of the sequence we were all shot to death, but I'm going to say it. The upcoming sequence could only be made better if at the beginning of it we were shot to death. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed it up a shitload, put it in black and white, and then add some old-timey music over it as though we're watching a Western silent film. And so as you can see what's going on here, he power tricked me, right? Or power tricked me to kind of even out our attack stats. And I'm going to Leech Life him for a lot because I crit him. He is then going to come back. Look at that, it's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking, all this fucking, it's ridiculous. This is, and none of us give up. We just keep going. We got to prove that we are the better Leech Life. Ever since Leech Life got the buff, we've all been hanging on the Leech Life train. It was not viable, but eventually I decided, you know what? Fuck you, you stupid pile of shit spider. I have an Island Guardian that you can't touch. He's gonna MC Hammer all over you because you can't touch him. He's got He's got baggy shoulder things that are his fucking helicopter pants. He's perfect, man. He's got like a mohawk thing that MC Hammer would have if he could grow that kind of hair. He's dancing around because he knows you can't touch him. If I couldn't see and you just explained to me what Tapu Koko was, I would honestly just think it was MC Hammer. But he goes into his wish. He's so sad. Look how sad he looks, and he's gonna fucking die. So Tapu Koko is gonna take out the wishy-washy. He just looks sad. He just knows he got sent to die, and he's so sad. Nick, what are you doing? You're so cruel and unusual. But he's got Hariyama, and it can bullet punch me, sure. It can really threaten me out, yes. But I have Volt Switch to get that damage and initiative, and to see if he's got Assault Vest, which I don't think he does, based on that damage. I know Hariyama is generally on the bulkier side, but I don't think he's going to have Assault Vest based on that damage. But I go into Raticate, mostly to die. It led off, and now he's going to take an Earthquake. But Raticate has a chance to live this, because even though Raticate, it's easy. Fucking easy! Now we're hitting the button for Pokemon living non-stab hit or super effective hits. We're just abusing that now. We got a best 6 stars I've ever spent in my life. So he goes into Tarantula, and I'm going to crunch for a shitload of damage. By a shitload, I mean like 4. But I do get the defense drop, which is going to allow him to leech life and get all his HP back as if I don't kill him with a crunch here. So I go for the crunch, and I hustle, baby! Hustle! But he power splits. I kept calling it power trip before, but he does power split, and that helps me out a lot. He does not die, or he's not killed me with leech life, so I do not die. He's not got that HP back, and it pretty much gives me a second life here, second turn. But he is going to get a significant attack boost, and he's going to be firing off liquidations and leech lives that are going to do more damage, frankly. Well, again! 2 in a row! I missed 2! 2 in a row I missed! Eradicate! Go back to Kanto! You're a pile of garbage! You're trash, and I hope I never want to use you again. I missed you. Fucking... That crit turn 1, like, Raticate is the definition of boom or bust. He crits you, he gets defense drop, and then he misses 2 straight crunches, so it evens out, But I have Tapu Koko, and it's a threat to him. It's a threat to his well-being. It's a threat to his national security. All of that. He considers the space around him his nation. We're a real Florida stand your ground based society, and Tarantula's gonna fucking die. If he was running my Assault Vest set, guess what probably wouldn't have happened? That. Yeah, that's right. Go watch that fucking video. It's probably linked in this here somewhere. So Tapu Wadu. Now, I realized that the only real threat to him that he can do to me is a Wood Hammer. So as long as I just do enough damage to him with Dazzling Gleam, but I fucking... Yes, I crit him, right? So, but I figured even if I died, if he Wood Hammered me, he would then also die. So it would have been at worst a double down. But that didn't even need to happen because we just fucking flat out crit him. So there you go. But now Makirana is in the game, and now Tapu Koko's only job is to deal as much damage to the remainder of his team as possible. I understand he's got Fluke Hit. I understand that, and that's fine. If he wants to go for that. And if he wants to lower his special attack in the process, and obviously with Soul Heart, he's going to get some of that special attack back. Not all of it, mind you, just some of it. So, and it's okay that that's happening because I did enough damage to it where I can come in. I'm not going to die to another hit from this thing. I mean, the grass terrain is going to help him get some HP back. But it's going to allow me to not exactly die to anything that Makirana wants to throw at me. And I have a couple of options of what I could have got into. But I finally choose my Shiny Palossand because I love Shiny Palossand. And a Floor Cannon is fine. It's great looking. It's awesome. He's firing off like a Gatling gun. Does more than half. But what he's unaware of is that Palossand is actually the king of the sand. He's the king of the sand creatures. So, if you look up on Google, the king of the sand, I implore you to look up on Google, the king of the sand creatures. You'll actually get it's a Palossand, and he's just like jerking off onto robots. So, actually, you know what? Don't Google that because that's a horrifying image, and I apologize for that in your head. So Salazzle's in because Salazzle looks like she's about to drop like the dopest fucking like either the sickest jutsu of all time or she is like frozen in time as she's going up for like a jump shot. One of those two is how I describe Salazzle. But she's Life Orb, which I can get behind because it just means that she's not going to be able to do my Scarf stuff if I had any. And it also means that she's going to be slowly killing herself. But I have Tapu Fini, and we've been down this road. We know that Salazzle cannot take out a Tapu Fini with a Sludge Wave, which is not strong enough, and Tapu Fini is too bulky. It's Sludge Bomb's even worse. We've been through this arena before. Like, we know the situation. We know we'll live. We're not worried about that at all. But we also know that Tapu Fini cannot kill back a Salazzle usually with its own Water-type moves. I get it there, but I think that was a super high roll because, again, we've been down this avenue. Okay, we don't need to ask for directions because we recognize all the bodegas and all the landmarks, so we know what to expect at least, right? So he has Fisty, which is Hariyama, and I can do significant damage to that. I'm still thinking I have Pheromosa left because it existed for one turn, and that was it. And I forget that it was in there for that one turn. But it does go for Earthquake, and I am going to go down, but it is going to lead. Yeah, you guys hear that train? He knows the train's on its way. I'm actually not going to go down to that. I thought I did. Incorrect, sir. I was wrong. I can't even memorize my own battles. That train, he knows what time it is, guys. We're going to Wind City, baby. We are going to Victory Town, USA. And honestly, there's nobody on this planet who can stop this train, okay? Not Denzel Washington and Invincible, or any other, or Denzel Washington in The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. That was more of a subway train, but you get the idea. We have Golisopod, and switching out of that exchange from earlier was the greatest idea we've ever had in our entire fucking lives. Knockoff? How about emergency exit? Doesn't work here. It doesn't. Liquidation you. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of you dead. Golisopod helping me pick up the W. That has been this Wi-Fi battle. Hope you all enjoyed this segment of my life that I've given to you, and I will see each and one of you guys next time. Peace.